most of the people who I have had an opportunity to meet, they don't do complex things. In fact, they only do simple things. Like, they would be asking themselves the question like, what's the craziest idea? ये नहीं पूछते वो पूछते हैं खुद से that what is the most obvious thing that you're missing? And then they go do that obvious thing. So I think that's a very fascinating thing which I have learned, and I've started inculcating that in my life. What's the most obvious next move that I have to do? And that's another thing that I've noticed in them.
Yeah. Okay, so now I have to ask you, what is the most obvious next move that you're going to do?
I'm pretty vocal about it. Everybody must be knowing it already. I'm a loudmouth. I talk about my dreams, my next move, my everything very often, very out loud in public, almost to the point where sometimes it's embarrassing because if it doesn't happen, people are going to call me out very bad. So next obvious thing is the world domination, going out in the world, being number one in the world, being the most followed, most ranked, most viewed, whatever there is, whatever framework you want to put it. I want to be that podcaster in the world. So I'll be number one. That's the most obvious move next.
I want to highlight this for a second so people understand. You ended 2025 as number one in India and number 76 in the world. And as of February of this year, you were number 25 in the world. Yeah. So he's well on his way.
16, 17 months, I guess we'll be number one. The max 16, 17 months in the world. I don't think उससे ज़्यादा टाइम लगना चाहिए. अगर बीच में कुछ गलत हो गया तो पता नहीं.
Raj, what's the strategy to get to number one?
By the number one strategy to become number one is saying no. Say no to almost everything in life. And here's what I mean by that. If you look at our content, India mein top 5 things. Everybody understand Hindi? Yeah, perfect. Anyone who doesn't understand Hindi? Oh, sorry. Okay. I'm going to take care of you. Sorry. So, I'll try to keep it in English, but because English is not my first language, I tend to switch it in Hindi. So in India, if you look at my content, right, our podcast, our content, everything that works, which gets the maximum views, we don't do that. The top 5 categories in our country, which will get you the maximum views, you'll open any platform, you talk to any platform, CEO, chief, you look at the rankings, apart from us, you won't find anyone who's in our field. The top 5 categories that work. Number 1, horror. It really works in the podcast category. You will see in top 10, I think there are 6 or 7 podcasts which are horror. Number 2, religion. We don't do religion. Number 3, astrology. We don't do that as well. Number 2, sex and erotic conversations. We don't do that as well. Number 5, entertainment. All 5 categories we don't do. So there is no way that we would have won. So everything that works, we don't do. And I think that's the only formula that will actually help you become number one. Wow. So if you're very clear about what you're not going to do, that will set you apart. So we say no to everything that works because we are very clear what to do. Number 2 is we are very clear about any podcast that doesn't help you think better. We discard it. People don't know that we put about 150 episodes a year, but we record about 220, 230 episodes a year. And the rest of them, they never make it. We reject them after recording them because we're like, oh, maybe this guest was great, but they were not able to give insights which can be, which people can take. Or maybe I was not good enough. I was not able to articulate better, or I was not able to ask good questions. But in the end, if it's not helping you think better, we discard it. So I think the strategy is keep saying no, 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 until you reach a point where you're going to, accumulate a lot of people who also say a lot of no's in your life.